Thank you so much for staying with SABC News. My name is Diabo Sito. This is your Money on Market Sense, your personal finance slot. Many people lose their lives on our roads, especially during long holiday breaks like Easter right here in South Africa. Making sufficient provision for life cover will ensure that your dependents have sufficient money to survive. But you need to decide how much life cover you need and how it should be distributed to avoid a situation where your assets are sold to settle your debts.
The holiday season is upon us, and although this is a time to be jubilant, the unexpected predicaments such as death can also occur. Having enough life cover will enable your family to settle your outstanding debt to relieve pressure off them. Your current lifestyle and monthly expenses on your family will give you an idea of how much life cover you need. And if you have school-going children, then it is ideal to increase your life cover to ensure that they have enough money for education.
What a breadwinner might feel is that he or she would like to leave enough for the rest of the family to replace their lost salary. So let's make an example. Let's say someone earned 10,000 Rand per month. If they want to ensure there's enough for the family to have that 10,000 Rand for the next 30 years, they need life cover of 2.4 million Rand. And then thirdly, on top of that, someone might want to add other wishes, like there must be enough for the family to buy a car or to fund tertiary education for the children or to leave a cash amount. So all these things will then be added together to determine what's suitable for that family.
Even if you pass away, there's still an obligation to pay off your debt and estate duty. And if your estate is insolvent, your valuable assets might be sold to settle your debt. Consumers are urged to always assess how much life cover they have and whether it is enough to pay off outstanding debt.
Always remember, when you die, your debts don't follow you to the grave. Unfortunately, they follow your loved ones. So to protect your loved ones and to leave them with some legacy, make sure you have a life cover to protect them, to ensure that your estate is liquid and that there's enough value in your deceased estate to distribute to your loved ones.
Ceding your life cover to your estate and your creditors might be a better option rather than only nominating beneficiaries. Your executor will be able to use the money to pay off your debt. But if the estate is insolvent, the executor might be forced to sell your assets to settle your outstanding debt. Life cover does not form part of your estate, and your beneficiaries are under no obligation to pay off your debt.
Your life cover, as well as your pension fund benefits, do not form part of your estate, especially when, as far as your life cover, especially when there are beneficiaries nominated there. So you have an option, is either to cede some of your life cover towards your lender when you have a mortgage, or you could actually rather nominate a beneficiary. But if you have a will that says a particular family member, whether it's a spouse or your dependents, if you leave them with a house, you can also give them guidance that, through your will, that they can use the life cover to actually settle the bond directly. Because the other thing is, with money coming into your estate, the value of your estate will also determine the amount of tax that you pay on your life cover. Because when you die, you are considered to be on your way to SARS. So SARS takes its portion first, and then followed by secured lending, and then all other debts. And then once all the creditors are settled, whatever is left can be distributed to the family.
Having a will is one way of ensuring that your assets are distributed according to your wishes. If you die without a will, the law of interstate succession rule will apply, which means that your assets might not be distributed the way you want to. You can also utilize the will to nominate a guardian for your minor children.
A will is very important to make sure that your wishes are carried out upon your passing. If you pass away without a valid will, the interstate succession rules will apply, which means that your assets might not be distributed as you wished. And especially with minor kids under the age of 18, this is very important, because the will is then a great tool to make sure that they will be taken care of. That's a place where you nominate your guardian, and you also decide how your assets will be managed on their behalf as long as they are still minors and not legally allowed to receive that cash in their personal names.
Your secured debt will be prioritized when your estate is being winded up. And if your estate is insolvent, your house could be sold to pay off your loan, and this could put even more pressure on your surviving dependents. Naledi Matlapeng, SABC News, Johannesburg.